Okay.
Televangelist Kenneth Copeland calls for prayer against LGBTQ influence in schools. Kenneth Copeland, the 84-year-old televangelist and Christian nationalist, recently stirred controversy during a broadcast of the Rescue America tour. Former member of, hosted by FlashPoint Live. A former member of Donald Trump's Faith Advisory Council, Copeland led a fervent prayer asking God for help. In his prayer, Copeland sought divine oversight in various local elections, stating, quote, break the power of the homosexual, lesbian spirits that are trying to ruin our children and ruin this nation. Those that refuse to hold to your will and do it. Remove them and put someone in there that will. We know it is not your will that little babies be killed in the womb. It's not your will to major in perversion instead of the peace of God, end quote. Despite the Bible's teaching on divorce, Copeland, who has been divorced twice, continued.
We break the power of the homosexual, lesbian spirits that are trying to ruin our children and ruin this nation. Get down from there. Amen. We sit by the throne. You are under our feet.
Copeland's history includes advocating for in-person worship during COVID-19 pandemic and claiming Jesus made Trump immune to the virus. 3 weeks later, Trump contracted COVID. He and his wife has amassed millions living in a lavish $6.3 million mansion funded by the church while facing criticism for their extravagant lifestyle. Additionally, in 2021, Copeland was implicated in sexual abuse allegations by former adult film actor Madison Marquette. Amen. What? Look. This is one of those most inexplicable elements of American culture, religious or otherwise. You go to the Anglican church, you go to even Catholic church to a certain extent, no one throws that kind of money at the pastor. No one gets to be a millionaire and a pastor. The Copelands, the guy in Houston, what's his name, the one who took over the stadium, and all these mega churches. And most of them are also MAGA churches.
Probably.
It's completely inexplicable. Like they ask, give me money and I'll give you prosperity. Except that after a couple of times that it didn't work, shouldn't you stop?
Wouldn't you think?
Listen, all organized religion has an extreme side. They all, my thing is do what you'd like, but don't necessarily feel as though you got the right to push it down my throat as well. So, I will observe evangelists from afar. I don't want to be in the crossfire, but also I'm not going to tell you what to do, but that's not going to fly with me in any aspect of when it comes into who is coming into my vote on my ballot. He looks like a complete joke, so that's that. Yeah. And he is a joke, so there's that.
One, I really am going to just let him know. His prayers will not be answered. Queers are going to keep being in the schools. But more importantly, can I say, I do not get enough lesbian spirits in my life. And we need more of the lesbian homosexual spirits. That was just amazing. But at the end of the day, these types are always pushing this toxicity. The one thing I will counter, Bobby, on the money to these churches, I do think there's a few slightly expensive pieces of art in the Vatican and a few other non-extremist churches. There's a lot of money, and religion and money seem to go hand in hand a little more than you'd think they would, but, I digress.
It's the literal oldest profession in the book, selling God. And again, it doesn't end there. It's a money-making scheme. It's a tax scheme because they can name themselves a church. And prey upon people. It's the oldest story. There's 1,000 Netflix specials about it, so you can find them anywhere out there. And I think our culture will always be subjected to this, unfortunately.
I just want to know when Bible justifies, asking your followers to give you a private jet. That's all.
Or you can order a Trump Bible and learn all about it.
Yeah, you can write your own scriptures.
That was, what's his name, Ryan, whatever his name, the superintendent for public school in Oklahoma is trying to buy Trump Bibles for all the 50,000 of them. With very specific.
Hopefully there won't be a tariff on them from China, because that's where they come from.
Because made them in China.
Wow.